Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be doing the Booktube birthday type. I guess it is technically a tag, but I'm doing it more of just because I recently saw another one of these, which was Andrew's, which I will link, and it reminded me that I forgot to really do anything. It was coming up on my well, I'll wait to answer that because it's the first question. But it's coming up on my Booktube anniversary, and so I thought this would be a fun thing to take a look at. So let's jump in. All right, so the first question is, how many years on Booktube are you celebrating? So as of, I'm a little late, as of March, like mid-March, that is when I hit 2 years, which, like, I feel like I've been doing this a long time, and at the same time, it's kind of weird that it's been 2 years because, especially with a lot of it, like the bulk of me being involved in the Booktube community only started in, man, it's been such a long time. Only started in last year, really. So in 2021, I had the channel for like 7 months in 2020 before really anybody had seen any of my videos, or I really found out there was a Booktube community, and it was just kind of me talking into the void, like I like to say. And so it's pretty crazy that it's been so long at the same time. Question 2 is, what has kept you motivated to continue making videos? And so I know this kind of feels like a cop-out answer, but honestly, it's the fact that for some reason people watch them. And I've definitely, like, I've gone back and forth because when I first started, like I said, I was just making videos because I wanted to make them. I wanted to talk about books. Nobody really watched them. Like, occasionally, like every couple of weeks, maybe I'd get like a comment and I'd be like, hey, somebody commented, somebody actually watched this. And so it's just, that's always been the fact that people like them. And whenever I get just comments from people saying they appreciate my reviews on books, or, you know, I just recently, I had a comment from somebody who was just saying that they really appreciate how I approach books and how I don't just like say, oh, this is really good because it's hyped up and whatnot too. And so it's like, those comments mean a whole heck of a lot. I love the fact that I actually get people watching regularly. Never something I thought would happen. And every now and then too, I'll get like a comment on one of my really old, terrible videos too, and still even somebody being like, "Oh my gosh, this is great! I love this review," and that's really awesome because I really enjoy talking about books. I've always liked reading. I've started reading a whole lot more since Booktube, and I like to talk about books, and so being able to do that really is why I keep making the videos. And I'll do reviews that will get a lot less people watching them, which I get because, you know, a lot of times you only watch a review for a book that you either have already read or that you're interested in reading and you're trying to find out more. So less audience, but those are some of my favorite things to do. And so that's why I'm going to keep doing them. And that's another thing too. It's just really great getting that comments and having people actually watch me talk about books. It still blows my mind sometimes. So number 3 is, what are 3 of your favorite videos you've made in the past year and why? So this was actually kind of hard. I've gotten to participate in a lot of stuff on other channels as well, which has been awesome. But I think looking at the last year, as of when I'm filming this, because if I was filming it on time, it'd probably be a little bit different. But like the big thing I really enjoyed is I did some Why You Should Read videos that were a lot more in-depth, talking about series. I really enjoyed that because I got to dig into series quite a lot more. And doing more in-depth book review type content is something I wanted to get back to a little bit more. I still mostly do spoiler-free reviews for a lot of the books that I read, so that people can watch them and find out about the book as well. But I like doing more spoiler-heavy content as well and just digging in deeper, especially if it's a book I have a lot to say about. And so that's where I've always been kind of on the fence with that. So doing those Why You Should Read videos where they're still spoiler-free, but I get to really, really drill down and dig in with something that I really enjoyed. So that would definitely be one. They're a lot more recent, but I definitely have to also say doing some more in-depth Wheel of Time content. Since starting my channel, and I did a couple of like little videos that were more off the cuff, not really like planned out or anything that was related to Wheel of Time, but with the big buddy read reread that we're doing in the Discord. Well, reread for me and Andrew and probably some others, but first time read for a lot of people there as well. With doing that, I'm like, this is the perfect excuse. So I've been doing a more in-depth video about each book, and then also I did a couple of just other Wheel of Time content type things, and I definitely plan to do more. It's just been something I've really, really enjoyed. Once again, the Wheel of Time, I mean, I'm sure you know if you've seen my videos before, or even if this is the first time, you can probably tell I'm a huge Wheel of Time fan, so I enjoyed making those videos so much. A couple of them did really, really poorly, but the people that did watch them are like, oh, this was so cool, I'm so glad you made this. And once again, that's really why I make videos. I don't pay a ton of attention to like the analytics and whatnot. It's fun to look at sometimes and just see like what people seem to really enjoy with this and that, but those have been really, really fun to do as well. And then I have to say, being able to collaborate with Andrew also was just one of my favorite things that I'm able to do. Now we did, I'm pretty sure I can't remember exactly when it was, but I'm pretty sure we did do a collab video that was on one of both of our channels, is the word I'm looking for, I can't talk anymore, within the past year. We also did one recently, which this will post prior to that, because that'll be coming out on the Monday following this. But still, that was just so much fun. I loved that video, and just getting to collaborate on my channel, that was just so much fun, especially because it involved Andrew, and it's just always a blast doing anything with him. So that would probably be the third thing as well. It's just, those are some things I really, really enjoy doing on the channel. Number 4, what have you struggled with on Booktube in the past year, and how did you overcome that struggle? So, I mean, I feel like, once again, I hate to be kind of obvious here, but, you know, big thing, keeping up with videos and keeping up on the old TBR. So, I did, for the first time, I had a couple of weeks over the last year where I didn't get all, like, 3 videos out. Like, I missed a video, at least one of them. I was on vacation, so that doesn't count. But I've stuck with the 3 videos because, you know, I like to do at least one review a week, and then do, you know, when you have like TBRs, wrap-ups, or just other like general book content, or sometimes tags or book haul, stuff like that, kind of throughout. So I like to space things out that way, and it's usually not that bad, but it also can be hard to do 3 videos in a week, because you have to worry about that and reading, and, you know, like, I also, you know, have a job and, you know, a wife and other things, and so that got difficult a few times. Not to the point where I'm like, I'm going to cut back, and, you know, that could happen at some point, but that's a big one. And also just keeping up with TBRs. I did a little bit at the end of last year. I'm just like, I'm not going to do TBRs for a while, because I just want to kind of just read stuff, and then I always get behind when I'm setting a certain amount of books. It doesn't seem to matter how many it is. I just seem to always get behind somehow. So I may go back at some point in the future to not doing a strict TBR, but just keeping up with the reading of the videos is sometimes difficult, but it really comes back to, like, hey, I do love to read, and so I'm going to keep reading. Sometimes I'll slow down, or maybe I'm not liking the book I'm reading, but I'm going to keep reading anyway, so that's an easier one to do, just, you know, trying to carve out more time to do something I enjoy, which is not a bad thing by any means. And with the videos, like I said, that all comes back to the second question, where the fact that people actually watch and comment on my videos, you know, that's why I make them, and I enjoy doing it as well, and so I enjoy doing it, and honestly, I'd probably still be doing it even if I didn't have that many people watching, but it's definitely better that there's actually people like you, hopefully, still watching this video, who enjoy watching my stuff. So that's really how I get past that. Number 5, choose one moment from the past year on Booktube that you would love to relive. That is a hard one as well, because I've gotten to do some really fun like live shows and like stuff like that I've really, really enjoyed. And there are definitely a couple that come to mind, because one thing that was just a total blast, and the video was like way too long because we were having too much fun with it, but myself, Andrew, and then Walker Wright 7, did a like long kind of like half tag, half like story prompt type thing. That was a total blast. So that was fun. Getting to do different live shows, talking about like the Long Price Quartet, talking about other books as well. Those have been a ton of fun, and I really enjoy getting to chat with other booktubers and talk about a book. The one though that definitely stands out, and I'm so happy I got to be a part of, and I would love to relive, would have to be the live shows for the Nightmareland Chronicles on Steve Talks About Books and Stuff's channel with Daniel Barnett. I just absolutely had a blast talking to Daniel, talking to everyone else, and getting to talk about those books that I was having a blast reading. And so that still was just such a cool moment to be able to talk to Daniel Barnett, the author, and talk with everyone else and just compare our thoughts with him and hear him talk about stuff. That was just awesome. And so that has to probably be right toward the top of the list because I love that so much. Number 6, shout out a huge supporter of your channel. So this is another one. It's hard because there are so many awesome channels that I found out about or that have found me. You know, there's definitely people who are really helpful to me early on. Like, you know, the original person who shouted me out, Slowly Read, who doubled me from like 25 to 50 subscribers. And the latter 25 actually watched the videos and didn't subscribe and forget about it. So that was a huge one. And there's like Megan's Reading Revelations, who is very supportive early on as well. And then there's also a lot of great channels that I've gotten to be around for and help even encourage some people to start their channels as well, which is great. There's, of course, Andrew, because you knew that was coming as well. And Andrew, too, not only did, I definitely like to take at least some credit for convincing him to start the channel. There were definitely others of us as well. But Andrew's also always been like my number one supporter. And I have absolutely no doubt that I would not have half the subscribers I do right now if it weren't for Andrew, because he has just always like mentioned my channel, and you know, we've done a lot of stuff together. Obviously, we were on a Discord together too, and so like people join the Discord after watching his channel and be like, "Oh, I'll subscribe to this guy too." So he's always been a huge supporter from the beginning, and before he started his channel is great. I'll shout out as well Liam's Lyceum, who was one of the like original people in the very tiny Discord before even Andrew had joined the Discord and before he later started the channel and we combined it. But he ended up starting a channel, which was just really fun because I chatted with him about a bunch of stuff in Discord over time as well. So there are so many, and I could just keep going on. There are just a ton of amazing channels out there, and that's also something I love about Discord. Is just I've met so many people through there. People have channels and people who don't. And it's really just fun chatting. I mean, there are people that I talk to pretty much every day in Discord, and I'm not even nearly as active as I was early on. I was kind of in there a bunch. And I'm unfortunately not super active on like a bunch of other Discords anymore, like I used to be as well, because it just time constraints. I was at a slower time during work when I first started like using Discord, and so I had a little more time, and I don't now, unfortunately. So I don't get to talk to people constantly, but there's people I talk to every day, all the time, running chats with, talking in the Discord, inside jokes. It's just the community is amazing, and so everyone in the Discord too. I have to definitely just say thanks so much for joining our community. It has grown so much. It's another thing along with my channel in general. The Discord has just grown to way more than I would have ever dreamed, and it's awesome. So just shout out to the Wizardly Duo Discord in general as well. I will do there. Number 7, what's the best book you've read in the past year? That one's actually pretty easy because it's only April, and my best book of 2021 I don't think has been surpassed yet, which was Fool's Fate. You can't really see that, kid. Fool's Fate, the third book in the Tawny Man trilogy. I love this book, and I'm actually going to be starting the first book of the Fits and the Fool trilogy. And so it's very possible a Fits and the Fool trilogy book will end up being my favorite for 2022, but we'll have to see. I have read a lot of great books actually already. that I've enjoyed, including Raymond Feist, A Magician I loved, Quest for Lost Heroes by David Gemmell, another one I read this year that I loved. We're rereading Wheel of Time. I mean, so I'm not counting that because that's a reread, but like I've had some hits and misses, but I've also had a lot of stuff I really enjoyed this year so far, including, I mean, The Long Price Quartet, which I'm working on finishing the last book now. That was mostly this year, if not all this, mostly this year. Yeah, that was mostly this year, so a lot of great stuff, but I think Fool's Fate is still at the top for now. Number 8, where do you see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? This is one of those questions I should probably have an answer for, but to be perfectly candid, I honestly have no idea. I never thought my channel would be as big as it is. I never thought I'd have as many subscribers as I do, and like I said, it still kind of blows my mind sometimes. Like, I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy talking about books, but it's such, like, and even knowing, like, when I started the channel, like I said, I didn't really know there was, like, a community, so I wasn't active in it because I didn't have any clue, and I just had seen, like, a couple of the really big Booktube people who'd, like, pop up in recommendations and whatnot when I watched some book content, but, like, I had no idea, and so even after joining the community and just seeing there's so many fantastic people out there, and meeting a bunch of people, I'm like, you know, mediocre at best. I'll probably like level off around 400 subscribers and just kind of stay there forever. And hey, that would have been fine. And I'm now over double that, nearing, I think, I'm like not that far off of 900 subscribers as of filming this. And so I'm still surprised about that. And like I said, I've had a lot of support from a lot of great other booktubers and just people in Discord and regular viewers, everything as well. But I've already gone a lot higher than I ever thought I would, and so I don't have any like aspirations to be some huge channel or anything. I don't think that'll ever happen because, like I said, I do this because I enjoy doing it. I like doing reviews for obscure books, which doesn't help your like ratings, and I love the people who enjoy the content, even if it's very few people are watching it. When I have people, especially longtime viewers, who are like loving what I'm doing, I know I'm doing something right, whether or not it's getting a whole bunch of views. So that's kind of more how I look at it, and so I don't have anything big planned. I definitely want to keep doing reviews. I maybe do some more like collaborations, more live shows, which is something that I commented, like, you know, those are some of my favorite things that I've gotten to do since being on BookTube, is just doing stuff like that. So definitely want to do more of that. Maybe even like some author interviews. That's something I've only really done once with John Walker, who's Walker Writes 7, who I knew and everything from Discord and everything. He wasn't at the time, but he's one of our admins now on the Discord. And so, I mean, like, I'd gotten to know him, I'd read his book and enjoyed it. And Andrew and I did an author interview with him. I'd like to do some more of that. Reach out to some people, so that'd be something that'd be really cool to do. But just, yeah, continue doing reviews, kind of doing what I'm doing, collaborate, do live shows, that kind of thing. I've really enjoyed getting to do that, because then I get to talk about books with other people, which is always more fun than talking about books to my phone for the videos. And that's why I like comments so much. Comments make it feel like it's a conversation versus me talking to myself. So make sure to comment, people. You heard it here. So number 9 is tag someone whose anniversary is coming up. I don't know. I forgot my own BookTube anniversary, clearly, and that's why this video is like 3 weeks late. So I'm not really sure when anybody else's is, but I'll be interested to see. So if yours is coming up, you can do what I did when I saw one of these. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, mine's coming up. Or past, in my case. I should probably film one of these videos. So that's kind of what I did, so I don't have anyone to tag. Let me know, though, if you do have one, or, like, you know, how many years you've been in general. It'll be fun. Or if you don't have a channel, let me know, of course, any thoughts and anything that I have said here as well. Because, once again, without people actually watching me just, you know, ramble on about books and stuff, this is so much less fun if there's no one interacting. So that is really all I have to say for this one. It's the end of this tag. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like. Check the link in the description once again for the Wizardly Duo Discord. And if you enjoy my content and are not already, which, I mean, if you're watching this video, you're probably subscribed because you probably don't care very much if you're not. But if you're not and you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.